Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all. Thank you for uh, what we call spend your time for to watch my video for my presentation. Okay, my name is Muhammad KHAIRI Ismail and there are a few names here, which is my group. I will present one of the research, which is I will discuss about in Malaysia, the impact of COVID-19 on B40 and M40. Okay. Okay, for the outline, I will discuss about the overview about Malaysia based on the data, and also we share with you about COVID-19, the trend and facts. Maybe I will go to the global, and then I will show about the Malaysia in terms of the poverty, I mean the effect, the impact of the COVID-19. And I also will discuss who are the affected B40 or M40 group in Malaysia, which is I will discuss for the Malaysia context based on the current data. And then I will discuss about the post-COVID-19 stimulus package. Actually, the Malaysian government has introduced a few package in order to reduce the impact of the COVID-19, especially to our economy. Okay, and then I will try to come up with a conclusion. Okay, the first thing I will go to the Malaysia overview. Okay, this is the data about the incident of the absolute poverty by ethnic group, strata and state between 1970 to 2019. And we can see here actually Malaysia showed the decreasing in terms of the absolute poverty, but we can see from 1970 until 2040. But in 2016, we can see the increasing the number, which is from 0.6% to 7.6%. Why this value? We get this value because the Malaysia government introduced the poverty line income, which is the previous one is 980 ringgit, but now we use 2,208 ringgit, which is for those who are get the income below than 2,208 ringgit, that consider poor. Since we revise the value, I mean the PLI values. That's why we can see the increasing between 2014 to 2016, and in 2019 actually we see the decreasing from 7.6% to 5.6%. So that is the data, okay, for the Malaysia overall, and this the data based on ethnic. For the Malaysian, we have three main ethnics, which is Bumiputra, Melayu, Sabah Sarawak, China, Chinese, and Indians. Okay, and then this the poverty based on strata, which is urban and rural. Normally, based on the data for the Malaysia, the urban show the highest value compared to the rural. But we can see that the data is consistent. Okay, 2019 we have 3.8% for urban, and we have 12.4% for rural. We show the increasing since we have the new poverty line income. Okay, this is the data based on the state for Malaysia. You can see that the highest one is the Sabah, and the lower one we have in Selangor. In Wilayah Putrajaya is only 0.4%. All these data until 2019. Okay, and then we have the data about relative poverty here, and this the data which is for the Malaysia. In 1995 we have 19.5%, but now we can see increasing and also decreasing. But in 2019 we have 16.9%. Okay. Okay, we go to the next one. Okay, this is the data for the Gini coefficient for the Malaysia between 1970 until 2019, which is 1970 we have 0.513, but we can see that actually we try to reduce the value. Now in 2019 we have 0.407. Okay, and this the computation Gini based on the ethnic, based on strata and geography, and also based on the state. Okay, okay, we go to the next one. It's about trend and facts on poverty. Okay, this one the data for the global based on the World Bank. Actually, COVID-19 has give the impact to the poverty. I mean, the increasing the extreme poverty in the world. You can see based on the graph. Normally, the data show that the decreasing for the poverty rate, but we can predict that we can predict the increasing in the poverty rate until we have after we have the COVID-19 issue. Okay, so that is the data. This for the global, and also we have the database based on the region. Okay, we have based on the East Asia, and then Europe, Latin America. Okay, this is the data. Okay, we can see that we have the increasing the number of poor actually after the COVID-19 issue. Okay. Okay, that is this also the data for the Asia, but we compare between COVID-19 and also the Asian financial crisis. Okay, this one is the Asian financial crisis, and the COVID-19. We can see that actually increasing in terms of the poverty due to the COVID-19. I mean that COVID-19 give more impact compared to Asian financial crisis. Okay. Okay. The next one is about the Malaysia. For the Malaysia, actually, we can see that we have the increasing in terms of the poverty rate. Okay. In 2019, we have around 7%, but now 2020, we have 8.4%. So show the increasing in terms of the poverty rate due to the increase of the unemployment. Okay, due to the COVID-19, for the Malaysia we have MCO movement control order since March 2020. Actually, this effect to the economic sector and contribute to the unemployment rate and also increase the data for the poverty. Okay. Okay, the next one is about who are affected, B40 and M40. Based on the report, actually, there are 2 groups are affected due to the COVID-19 in Malaysia. Okay, we have B40 and M40. Actually, for the Malaysia, we have the range of income. We divide the individual based on 3 groups, which is B40, M40, and T20. And all the category have a subgroup, which example B40, we have B1, B2, B3, B4. And this is the range of income. Example, if I get the income is 3,800 per month. Okay, so we will consider a B40. Okay, but normally for the Malaysian government, we always try to focus on B40. At the same time, we try to extend to the M40 group, because all these 2 groups actually most affected due to the increase of the standard of living, the increase of the price of goods. So the Malaysian government always try to help these 2 groups, and since we have the COVID-19 issue, that's why these 2 groups are focused by Malaysian government. Okay. Okay. The next one is about the data. Actually, due to the COVID-19, we have the we have 2.8 million also affected. Okay, actually, this 2.8 million is from the B40 also, and many of B40 population are casual and low-skill workers who are more likely lose their job, resulting in financial hardship. That's why this issue taken by Malaysian government to prepare or to come out with the government stimulus package and give a few incentive to the B40 group. And due to the COVID-19, we have the issue about the maintain indoor air circulation and wear masks in public place and crowded place. Okay, this start from 2020, we have the rule. Okay, and then the urban poor living in public housing project, actually one of the affected due to the COVID-19 because the highest density overcrowded living condition meant that highly vulnerable, okay, unable to practice social distancing and often not able to work from home. Actually, mostly the type of the job relate to B40, normally it's more to the skill, okay, to the low skill worker. So actually, most of this job is not more to cannot be applied work from home. Okay, it's more to the production, technical. That's why this group actually also affected. Okay, and then we can say that it's not just B40, but M40 also affected due to the COVID-19. We can see from the data from AEC, which is the Secretariat Malaysia Tindakan Ekonomi, more than 600,000 households, which is from the middle income group M40, have slipped into B40 low income group category due to the COVID-19, because some of these M40 group lost their job and maybe have reduced in income, so they shift into the B40 low income group. Okay, before this is M40 and now B40. Example, before COVID-19, the salary is around 6,000. We consider an M40. But since we have the COVID-19 issue, maybe the individual need to get the low salary, okay, so maybe around 4,000. So actually, this is the issue, B40, M40 to B40. Okay, and we can say that based on the data, we predict at least 8% of households should decrease in income at the maximum income threshold of B40, which is 4,850 per month. Okay, that is the something issue. That's why government try to introduce a few incentives in order to help this two group, B40 and M40. Okay. The next one is about the employment, impact of employment by employment status for B40 and M40. We can say here the more affected actually from the private, from the private case 7%, and then we can see here the last one is the employer 3.3%. So that is the data. Okay, we can see here for the lost job due to the COVID-19, due to the MCO, due to the economic condition, we can see that 46.6% is self-employed, and we have employer, and then we have the private. Okay, so this is the data from the online survey, the Department of Statistics of Malaysia, 2020. Okay, and this is the sufficiency of the financial saving by employment status. Actually, the study conducted by the DOSM in terms of the financial saving, and we can see that actually most of the respondents only have the sufficient for less than 3 months. Okay, we can see here the higher percentage actually from the multinational company employee, 30.7%, but this is the data, okay, for 1 month or 3 months. Okay, and we also have a few studies discuss about the financial saving, and we can see that more than 80% actually they also all have a problem in terms of their saving, which is the saving not enough for more than 6 months. Okay, so it's something if the MCO happen more than 6 months, all these group will be affected. Okay, and this is the sufficiency in terms of the financial, which is financial readiness if movement control that stand, and mostly it's not ready. Okay, in terms of the employer, private, multinational. Okay, that's the online survey. And we have the fiscal stimulus package. For the fiscal stimulus package, we have a few packages introduced by the Malaysian government. The first one is the package rancangan ekonomi. This one is mitigating impact of COVID-19 and then promote the quality investment. And then we have Prihatin for which is this one on March. And then we have Prihatin PKF Plus, and then we have Perjana and also Kita Prihatin. Okay, all these packages actually introduced by the government to reduce the impact of COVID-19 to our society. Okay. This the what we call the graphic to show the value for the Malaysia stimulus package. As in 2020, we have 340 billion. Okay. Okay, so we can say that here, based on the data, based on the discussion just now, actually, COVID-19 affect two categories, actually, B40 and M40, in terms of their economy and also their living. Okay. I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.